gotta be honest. Got me losing my mind with all this silence. Got me craving the taste of your love.
Atlanta's hottest hip hop station. The Hype 87.3.
That's right, it is your girl, TampaMystic, and we are live right here in ATL. You see it on the Hype 87.3, and today, I got a superstar checking in. Came in here looking super fly. Q.Royal, what's going on, family? How you doing?
I'm doing good. What's up, everybody?
Thank you so much for being here.
No problem.
Well, listen, we got a lot to talk about, so we're going to dive in. As we were talking about before we came live on the air, you're originally from Conyers, but you're now residing in Houston.
Yes, ma'am.
So you moved to Houston, you said around the age of 15?
Texas in general.
Got you.
15, yeah.
So that sounds like it was a family choice. You ain't moved out there solo at 15, so you moved out there with a fam.
Yeah.
Would you say that living in Houston, but being from the Atlanta, let me say it right, the Atlanta area, both influenced you musically?
I'm gonna say Atlanta influenced me 100% musically.
Got you.
Houston has like a little influence, just a little influence, but like it's mainly Atlanta though.
Got you, most definitely, 100%. So you've been making music since 2017.
Yes.
So you've been doing it 8-ish years now. Were you doing it before that, but that's when you really started going professional, or you started taking it professional more recently?
I started taking it professional like last year.
Got you.
But prior to 2017, I used to like experiment with music and everything. But then like in 2017, that's when I started releasing music.
What was it about last year that made you decide, you know what, I need to step it up and start taking this a little bit more professional? Like, what was that shift?
I went to a Janet Jackson concert.
Shout out to Janet. So Janet was the reason why.
Yeah.
What was it about? Because we know she's a superstar and she's so beautiful and so talented. Outside of all that, what was it about that concert that made you say, you know what, I need to turn my ish up?
Like, it was just the fact that, one, I was seeing a Jackson. It's a Jackson, you know?
Yes.
And
legendary.
With me being 22, I wasn't old enough to ever see Michael Jackson in concert. He wasn't doing shows when I was born.
Yeah.
His last show was actually the year I was born. So it's just like seeing her, that's one. And then two, seeing how she amped the energy up as the show progressed. Like, it was never like you could tell she's tired or, oh yeah, nah, she ready to get off that stage. Oh, nah, she taking like a 5-minute dress change. No, it was song after song after song after song. It elevated. Choreography got more intense. The dance moves got more intense. Like, it was just going up, and I was like, I got to do it like that.
I know that's right. So do you practice a lot? Like, do you do choreography? Do you do vocal lessons? Are you practicing on all that stuff?
Yes. I recently been like locked in with singing and running on that treadmill. It hurts.
Got to though.
It hurts. I be feeling like I'm about to just pass out, but it gets better over time.
Listen, I feel like a lot of people, the ones who don't exercise, don't realize how hard it is to even like walk somewhat briskly and hold a conversation.
Right.
I'll be like, okay, it's time to shut up because I'm out of breath. Like it'll really give you a run for your money. So running on that treadmill and singing at the same time, I feel like it's probably one of the best exercise you can do to get your endurance and your wind up, right? Because when you're on that stage, you ain't trying to sound like you huffing and puffing up there, right?
Exactly, because I dance like with my performances. I do the choreography as well. Like, so it was just like this one time in the past, I was just thinking about how I felt after a performance. One time I was just like, nah, I don't want to be feeling out of breath. I felt like I just did not feel good. So I was like, something got to change. And then seeing how Janet did what Janet do, and then I did more research on her. I'm like, okay, I got to find interviews with her talking about like her preparation for shows and everything. Yeah. She said she works out 6 days a week. Don't eat no sugar. Don't drink no alcohol. Don't do none of that. And I'm just like, Jesus, 6 days is crazy.
The 6 days a week is crazy. I get 3 at max. I don't know about the 6.
I do like 4 or 5.
But that's good though. That is good because I feel like a lot of people don't take that serious enough. Like, our health should be our absolute number one priority, because without good health, everything else goes downhill from there.
Right. And like with being a new artist, like, you know, I'm humble enough to say, like, I'm not where I want to be yet, you know? So when I get on that stage, I'm not about to get on that stage and I'm lip syncing to you guys.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, why? Y'all don't know who I am yet. So y'all got to see that I have what it takes to get to that level. So I got to bring my A game. Destiny's Child wasn't doing it when they first came out.
Yeah.
Beyonce hardly. Beyonce don't be lip syncing for real. She's still giving vocals. It doesn't matter how far she is. She's still taking care of that aspect. Usher too.
Yes. So when you do you perform completely live, or do you sing over your vocals?
Oh, I perform completely live.
Okay, so you just have like a instrumental basically playing, maybe with your ad libs, like a show track or something?
Yeah, like my technique is like you said, just the whole instrumental with the harmonies and everything.
Right.
But I do have like certain breathing points.
Got you.
Like I might keep 2 words of a verse in so I could transition into the hook smoother.
Yes.
But I take the vocals out because I want y'all to know, like, hey, I mean business when I get on this stage.
Listen, I can tell you are like truly one of those artists that take your craft very seriously, and you study the greats. Like you said, after that Janet Jackson concert, you went and had to go watch some of her interviews to find out what it is that she's doing preparation wise. You know how many artists are not taking the time to do that? A whole lot of them. So they could learn something from you today. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to take that accountability. That's so important if you really want this.
Yeah, and this is something I really want. Like, you know, my dad, he told me, honestly, this is something I don't want it. I need it. My dad had told me, he said, when it's something that you really are trying to pursue in life, if you want it, there's always a possibility that it's not going to happen for you.
That's
because
facts.
It's a want. But once you get that mindset of needing it, you're going to get it. You're going to get it because you need it.
Your dad told you absolutely right. And you were talking to him when you walked in here today. So it sounds like you guys have a great relationship, and he's giving you great advice.
Right.
Because you're right, you know, and a lot of times I get on people when they say they're going to try to do something. No, don't ever say you try, because it doesn't work when you try. You have to do it.
You have to do it.
Yeah, take that try word out your vocabulary, you know. And then, like you said, you are walking your purpose here.
Yeah.
With this music.
Got to, like, this. It's something that I really love. Like, I take my time with writing my songs, with arranging my songs. Like, I take my time doing all of that. I don't try to rush it.
You can't. You got to trust the process, right? Never rush the process.
I'm trying to make music that is not just for the moment. I'm trying to make classics, hits, something that somebody could come back to my catalog 20 years from now and feel like I could still play this every day.
Yes.
In 2048, and it still sounds modern. It still fits.
I feel like a lot of R&B music from like the late 90s, early 2000s, you can play that today, kind of that same scenario, and it sounds like so fresh and modern. It don't sound outdated.
Yeah, because I feel like we're in we're going back in time. A lot of artists a lot of R&B artists. It's kind of weird. They're trying to recapture what was happening like in the early 2000s and the 90s, but it's like, I'm like, why would I do that? I want to have a new sound, have my own thing, because when you're listening to music reviews, like I try to stay in with all of that. Listen to music reviews, listen to podcasts. A lot of them say the same thing. He's dope, but we heard this before, and I'm just like, I don't want nobody to say that about me.
So, if you had to kind of sum it up, what is it in particular that makes you different than other artists out here who are in the same, somewhat lane as you?
Well, what makes me different is I don't like microwave music. I don't want to okay, I got this idea. The first word, the first whatever that comes to my head, boom, I'm going to record this. That's the song. Nah, I'm going to go in there. I think artists don't believe in making demos anymore. I think artists don't believe in sitting on a track for a minute, because at first, in the beginning when I was younger, I was like, this sound good. And as I got older and I'm listening to it, I'm like, I could have done this, I could have done that, I could have done this.
Yeah.
So the way that I go about my music now, like for the song, for example, the song Where's the Love I just dropped, I recorded that song, I think I recorded that song last year.
Yeah.
I sat on it for a minute and I refined some things, and it's way better than what it was when it was initially, created. And I feel like that's one thing that makes me different. Another thing that makes me different is I'm not trying to be in this box of being the mainstream R&B artist, doing what everybody else is doing. I want to do my own thing. I want people, when I make it to that level, when people come to my show, when people listen to my music, when people do anything concerning Q.Royal, I want them to feel like it's an experience. I don't want them to feel like, oh, he's just doing what Chris Brown's doing. He's doing what Usher's doing. No, he's doing what Q.Royal's doing.
Man, you couldn't have said that any better, because that's essentially what people come for, is the experience.
Right.
You want them to come in and feel like, man, this has been my partner for years. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I can relate to what he's saying. He's up there putting on a good show.
Right.
And I feel like you're doing all the proper things to make that happen.
Thanks.
Let me ask you this, of course. And this is not to compare you to any other artist out there, but who is an artist that the path that they've been on with their career kind of is what the path you'd want to take? Would it be a Chris Brown? Would it be an Usher? Like, for an example.
I always say to myself, when it comes to the business side of music and everything like that, I want to be the R&B Jay-Z.
Okay, I like that.
But when it comes to like just how I want my career to go,
yeah,
I think everybody wants this. Michael Jackson.
He's the greatest ever.
Everybody wants to take the Michael Jackson route.
Yeah.
But it's like, I want to take from his blueprint, but I don't want to do the exact that he did. Michael always said, study the greats and become greater. I'm not saying I want to be greater than Michael Jackson, but I do want to be greater than any of the counterparts that I will have coming up with me. No,
absolutely. And you will be. We're manifesting it.
Yes, we are.
He's not trying, y'all. He will be. There's a big difference. So, Q.Royal, your name, does it carry like a personal meaning or message?
Yes. So Q, of course, that's the first initial of my first name.
Yeah.
And Royal, the reason why I chose Royal is because family history on my dad's side, my family is actually royalty back in Nigeria.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, in a village in Ibom. My great-grandfather was the ruler of that, so that makes me, my dad, and my brothers, we're princes.
Yeah.
And then my sisters, they're princess.
You look like a prince.
Thank you.
Yes, you're giving royalty, and I could definitely see the Nigerian roots there as well.
Thank you.
Do you get there to visit?
No, I haven't been there yet.
Yeah.
But, I have some relatives that come down. I mean, one of my cousins that lived there, he lives in Houston.
Yeah.
And, he gives me all the history, shows me everything, tell me everything about it.
On your bucket list, though, right? At some point in time?
Oh, yeah. At some point in time, because we have a palace out there that my great-grandfather left behind.
Wow.
So
we got real deal royalty sitting here today. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I should be bowing down to you. What's going on? That's beautiful, though. I love it. You got some really rich, beautiful family history.
Thank you.
Absolutely. So let's talk about the current single. We ain't going to listen to it just yet, but I want to talk about it. What's the love? Where's the love? Excuse me. Where's the love? I feel like people could make their own assumption off of that title, but what does it mean to you?
Where's the love is basically like, we're human. So, like, we have our moments in relationships where things aren't really going the right way.
Yeah.
So where's the love is just on some like, I get it. Kind of messed up. But don't withhold the love from me. Let's fix it. Let's make it right. So that's what Where's the Love is.
Did it come from like a personal experience? You ain't got to dive in too deep, but did it come from a personal experience?
Wasn't my personal experience.
It was. So you wrote about someone else's personal experience.
Somebody else's personal experience.
And listen, there's nothing wrong with that. I feel like a lot of songwriters do. They write about, maybe one of their family members or a friend or something because they were so touched by that. Especially when it comes to love and music, I feel like it's unlimited the amount of stuff that you could write about, because we all go through that
Right.
at some point in time. Most definitely. Is there an official visual for it yet?
Oh yeah, I actually dropped a music video yesterday.
Okay, congratulations. How's it
Thank
doing
you.
so far?
It's doing good. You know, it was choreographed by my choreographer Toriel White, and I had the amazing dancers Tiama and Whitney in there. They did their thing. It's a vibe. The video is really dope.
If you remind me, because I know I'm going to forget because I'm a little old, y'all. Like, excuse me, I be forgetting stuff. If you remind me, like, tonight or tomorrow, I'll put the video up on the Hype website, that because we get a lot of traffic on the website, so people could tune in and see it.
Definitely.
Just remind me, because I know I'm going to forget.
All right, got you.
Tell us about your project, Chapter 21.
So Chapter 21 is basically like it's a sequel to my first ever EP when I first started releasing music, Chapter 14. So Chapter 21, I kind of told myself, I'm like, you know what? Every 7 years, I want to do a chapter.
I love that.
Like do a, like, you know, make it like a little trilogy. So Chapter 21 is basically like, I'll say the first few songs was more so like things that I've went through.
Yeah.
You know, since, because I stopped releasing music like around 2018. 2018 was like the last time I released a single. And then I didn't start back releasing music for real until like 2023.
What was that gap?
I wanted to figure out who I was as an artist.
Okay.
I was like, I'm like, you know, what I'm making, it sounds good.
Yeah.
But this is not who I am. And I got tired of being put in that category as a rapper. You know, like they see the locks, and it didn't help that I was making songs that align with what rap music is today. And I'm just like, I'm not a rapper. I feel like I can't even rap.
See, you're not giving that to me at all. And maybe it's because we're having like a conversation right now, but if I seen you, I would be like, oh, he sings.
Yeah, I mean, from back then, you know, my style was different. I was more so, you know, I was real ATL back then. So
I'm so ATL.
It was different. So I had to switch it up. I'm like, all right, I gotta get some R&B about myself. So I started watching Usher. I'm like, okay, I see what I'm gonna do.
That's what you have to do. You have to study the people who are doing what you inspire to do.
Right.
It makes sense. Like Janet Jackson, you said.
Yep.
Of course, Usher, the Chris Browns, the list goes on. And, you know, kind of going back to what you were saying earlier, I feel like a lot of R&B singers that were, you know, very in their prime in the 90s and 2000s are making a little bit of a comeback. I've actually interviewed a couple of them recently who had hit songs in the 90s, but they took like a hiatus, but now they're coming back. And I'm loving that for them because they're not sounding like 90s or sound like a current version of who they were back then.
Right.
Most definitely. What is the R&B scene like in Houston?
To be honest with you,
Yeah, be honest.
Houston, I don't really see an R&B scene. I see more. There's a lot of rap in Houston.
Yeah.
There's a lot of rap in Houston.
A whole lot, yeah.
But from what I have seen from the R&B is what, you know, what modern R&B is like, you know, people singing over like the neo soul beats or stuff like that. But like we need Brandy's, you feel me? We need the harmonies back.
Yeah.
Music is so empty now. It don't have the character, it don't have the little Easter eggs. I miss, like, when I was little, I used to listen to like a whole bunch of like Brandy, The Dream,
Yeah.
Omarion, Usher, Chris Brown, Drew Hill. Like, just listening to all of them, I'm just like, I remember I used to just rewind, like, what was that note? What was that note? Oh, I like how he did that in the harmony. I didn't even know he did that right in the background. It's
Yeah.
like now there's nothing to break down. It's just vocal, beat. That's it.
So you used to listen to Drew Hill. Can you do some Drew Hills for me?
Oh, I'm not no Cisco.
No, you know, like there's that thing going around where it's funny because they're like, you got to do 50 Drew Hills where they
Oh, yeah.
where they do instead of like 50 push-ups, you got to do 50 Drew Hills.
I feel bad for anybody who get that punishment. Because I got bored one day and I tried it.
That is funny. I probably would hurt my knee trying to do it at this age. I'm like, no, I'm good. That is so funny. But you're right though, because when I moved to Atlanta back in 2013, I started doing artist showcases like early 2014. And I immediately recognized that there was a big gap with the R&B because Majority of the artists that would come perform my showcases were rappers, a lot of them trap rappers, but every now and again R&B artists would pull up, but you could tell they felt slightly uncomfortable because majority of the audience there was here to hear the rappers. So I took it upon myself. I said, you know what, I'm going to do an all R&B showcase once a month. And I did that for probably 2 years, and we did well. We did well. We always had a good turnout because people came expecting we are going to hear some good R&B all night long.
Yeah, I will say, being one of the R&B artists, R&B is definitely neglected in the upcoming independent artist scene. Like, a lot of these events that I see, events I even get invited to, I read the flyer, be like, hip-hop rap night. I'll be like, what am I going to do there? So it's just, you know. And
that's why, like, with the station, I announce it as hip-hop and R&B because I truly want to cater to both. But to keep it all the way G, I'm open to all genres of music. I get Southern soul submissions. I get gospel submissions. As long as it's a good song, I'm not going to be like, nah, this ain't hip-hop. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it's a good country song, we'll play it. You know, because there we do have listeners who enjoy all types of music.
Right.
Definitely. So you've opened up for some major people. Mila from the legendary R&B group 702.
Yes, ma'am.
What was that experience like, you know, being able to open up for somebody who has seen so much success in this industry?
I was terrified. I was 16.
Oh, okay.
It was at Hard Rock Atlanta. And at first I didn't even know I was opening up for Mila until I was on the plane on the way to prepare for the show.
Oh, wow.
And once I got off the plane, I got the notifications came through. It was like, yeah, you're opening up for Mila from 702. I was like,
hold on, what?
And it's crazy because I was listening to Mila's, I was listening to 702.
Look at
Stilo.
that. Look at God.
And I was just like, whoa. So, we went to rehearsal, so I could rehearse with, I was supposed to perform with a live band. And Mila was in there rehearsing with the band. I was just like, that's Mila. I was just listening to Stilo. That's crazy. And she was so nice. She was really nice, actually.
That's dope.
And that same night I met Latavia from Destiny's Child. So that was even better. That was like,
that's so dope.
That had me hyped. I'm just like, hey, so what we getting? Are we gonna get DC5? You and Beyonce, y'all all gonna get back together?
Right.
I want Latoya and Latavia back with Kelly, Beyonce, and Michelle. We gotta get that one time at least. One time. Definitely.
Do you feel like having that opportunity, it prepared you for wanting to do bigger shows like that?
Yes, because of what Latavia said to me afterwards.
What was it, if you don't mind sharing?
She told me, she said, you did amazing up there. She was like, what you're doing right now is really good. She said, just keep going. Make sure you practice a lot. Make sure you do this. Make sure you do that. Don't let nobody tell you this. Don't let nobody tell you that. Like, she went down a whole list. And I was just like, yes, ma'am. I'm gonna do it all.
Man, and that's what I feel like these legends who came before you and seen success before you, I feel like that's what they should be doing.
Right.
Unfortunately, some of these older artists become a little disgruntled because they ran their course and they're not thriving like they were, and they don't want to help the youngins out. And I'm like, why not? Why would you not want to be responsible for potentially blowing up your career?
Right.
Because that could revive whoever you are. You could start bringing attention to you, because you get people like that, like the 2 Chainz and the Yogatis, who are a little bit older. They're still doing their thing, but they're out here putting younger artists in a position to win.
But I will say that's what made Prince, Whitney, and Michael great. They loved the new artists coming up.
Yes.
Michael loved Usher. Whitney loved Faith Evans, Kelly Price, Beyonce, the Black Eyed Peas. The list goes on with Whitney. And then Prince, he had the people that he loved. Like, I just found out that he was rocking with Lizzo before Lizzo became major. I'm like,
I didn't know that. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Prince is definitely one of the greatest ever. Something he said that always stuck with me. He said, your voice is an instrument. And I felt like, man, that's so true. Because think about how many different types of sounds you can create with your voice. It truly is an instrument. You have to protect it.
Yeah. I'll be trying not to yell.
Right.
I'm a loud person.
I am too. You got to protect them vocal cords.
Yeah.
Definitely.
You could feel it too.
Right. Absolutely. Especially if you're over singing, you probably irritate your throat. And
yeah, that's what I'm going through right now, because I'm preparing for a show. November 1st, I'm performing at Loud Fest in Houston.
Okay.
Like I said, singing around on the treadmill. I think I've been a little too consistent because I started to feel, I'm like, you know what? It's time to just chill out, take a little vocal break.
You got to give yourself some grace sometimes. You don't want to overdo it.
Right.
You also got noticed and followed by Omarion's manager.
Yes.
Man, it's so dope to have people like that notice you because you work hard. How does that make you feel when you get people like that notice what you have going on?
Man, it made me feel great because the way it happened was crazy. So, you know, I like to manifest. So
yeah.
When I was getting myself right, I'm like, you know, I'm about to go crazy with this music stuff. So Omarion, he was supposed to do this tour called the Vibes on Vibes tour. It's gonna have like Tone Stiff, Juan Moore, which is that group from Wanye Morris, his sons.
Yeah.
Beto and somebody else was gonna be on that tour with Omarion. So they had to stop in Atlanta, and that was the last show. So I'm like, let me test my luck. How can I get in touch with Omarion's team?
You gotta shoot your shot, right?
So I'm doing research. I found his manager's email, and you know, in the back of my mind, I'm like, nothing gonna come from this. But I'm like, you know, I'm gonna tell myself something gonna come from it. So I sent her an email. Basically, I sent her like, you know, basically an EPK performances I've done, my music, everything. I sent it all over to her, or whatever. And it was out of sight, out of mind after that. I forgot about it. So I went to this dance class, Mindless Behavior, which was like still my favorite R&B group.
Yeah.
I love Mindless Behavior. So I went to this dance class with the lead singer Prodigy and one of the members, Ray Ray. Had an amazing night that night. Prodigy gave me some words of wisdom and everything. I just, you know, it was a great night.
Yeah.
I get home, I got a notification that said Miss LaFleur has followed you. I'm like, hold on, this name looked familiar. I clicked on it. I was like, this is Omarion's manager.
Man.
I think she saw the email.
Listen, I feel like you have to shoot your shot because what's the worst that could happen? Either they tell you no or you just don't hear back from them.
Right.
No big deal.
Right.
You just move on. You know, and maybe it's not even intentional. Maybe she truly didn't see it. She might get a ton of emails. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So you miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Yeah, and you know, Omarion, he stopped through my page a few times. So
okay. Shout out to Omarion, you know, maybe collab one day, you never know. But you were absolutely right. You have to manifest it, and I believe in speaking those positive affirmations every day. Every day.
You know, a lot of times we get so wrapped up in life, we forget to take care of our mental.
It's funny because when I was driving to work here this morning, one of the first things I do, or the first thing I do every day when I wake up is I thank God for another day.
Right.
If for some reason it was like it slipped my mind this morning, so when I was driving here, I was like, thank you God for another day. Like, I'm a little bit late, but you know, I almost beat myself up over it. But I feel like, you know, God is forgiving.
Yeah.
You know, at least I got it in there somewhere. You know, and then I immediately started praying. You know, of course, I always pray before I get on the road because there's some weirdos out there.
Exactly.
You know, especially here in Atlanta. You know, you from here.
Yeah, like, I'm the type of person, if I go to sleep without thanking God for letting me make it through the day, like, I'll wake up and be like, oh, wait, hold on. I'm missing something.
Exactly. And that's how I felt this morning. But you're right. I do it. I even write my affirmations down. I bought a journal. And I write my affirmations down. I write my goals down, you know, short-term goals mostly. You know, I do long-term goals, but, you know, the very quick obtainable goals, I write those down because I feel like we have to see it.
Yeah, I feel like once it's written, it's final.
That is facts.
That's what I feel like. So
I agree.
As long as you write it, it's bound to happen.
100%. So you've mentioned that you also looking at launching your own music video, like videography company.
Yes.
I love that. I feel like we have to have multiple hustles. We can't just do one thing out here. What inspired you to step behind the camera or wanting to step behind the camera along with being a music artist?
Because I shot my last 3 music videos.
I know that's right.
I'm like, if I could do this for myself and it's fire, like, these videos are dope.
He said they fire.
And I'm not saying it because I did it.
Yeah.
But it's just like, they're dope. If I could do this for myself, I could do this for other artists and make some money off of it.
Because it really cuts out, no shade, but it kind of cuts out the middleman, you know, where you can, like, even in my podcast room, I film all my own interviews. I edit all my interviews. I learned how to do all that myself. Of course, I'm not the best at it. I've gotten pretty good at it over the years, but I feel like that I'm very impatient. And that was the problem I was having, is when I was paying someone else to do it, they were taking too long to get my content back.
Yeah.
And now I got these artists talking about, where's my interview? And you know what I'm saying? I'm like, you know what? Let me just go invest in my own equipment, learn how to do this and do it myself. That way I can turn it around like in 2-3 days.
Yeah, like for me, see, it wasn't really that, because I will say, like, I considered, it's not my first music video, but I considered this video my first music video.
Yeah.
I have this song called My Bad. And that video was shot by my dad. So, like, it's different, you know?
Well, that's your pops.
I'm going to get that video back. I know I'm going to get that video back.
Right.
The turnaround time was great. You know, I'm going to use this moment. Shout out to Sensei I Films. He does videography. So, you know, if
I
you
love
guys
it.
need that.
He's in Houston?
No, he out here in Atlanta.
Oh, he out here in Atlanta.
Yeah. So,
what is his name?
Sensei Chop.
I don't think it's the same one. I had another videographer that came here recently with an artist, and he was Sensei something. I can't remember, but I don't know, maybe it was, but he came here and filmed for another artist, perhaps, who knows. But that's dope though. So it runs in the family. Yeah, so, like, you know, I've learned some things from him and YouTube when it comes to videography. It just got to a point I was just like, I want to maximize my output but minimize my input when it comes to finances. So I was like, you know what? I want choreographer. I want some dancers. So I'm gonna have to figure out how we gonna do these music videos. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna learn, and then we gonna figure something out. And I feel like more artists just need to utilize the resources they have. Like if it's not in your budget to go buy a high-end camera, if you've got a iPhone or a newer Samsung or something, film it on there if you have to. And if you don't know how to edit it, pay someone to edit it for you, and you could have a nice music video for like next to nothing. You know, I'm not saying you want to do that forever, but utilize the resources. Stop making excuses why you haven't put a visual out yet. Film it on your phone if you got to. Like, you know. The crazy thing is that I feel like a lot of artists don't realize is you don't need a top of the line camera. You sure don't. Like, the lens is what matters. The lens, bruh, I be trying to. I've got my same Sony cameras that I've had and that I got over there. I've had them same Sony cameras, I want to say almost probably 4 years. But I've upgraded the lenses, and they still look amazing. Like you said, it's the lens that them lenses be expensive. Yeah, the lenses, that's the expensive part. But even then, like, you could get a nice Sigma for like a good like 300, 400. Of course. And that's you can use it for everything. And even like these cameras right here, this DJI. Yeah. When I bought that camera in March, I bought it for vlogging. I paid $519 for it. Now they're up to over $800 because everybody started seeing how, because they film in 4K. Right. Built-in gimbal. That thing is fire. Like, the videos come out so amazing. So it's like, utilize your resources. You ain't got to go out and spend thousands of dollars. Utilize your resources so that money could go into marketing. Because yes, and more yes. We gotta market. It's like, you can't. I feel like a lot of artists that's on the same level as me, they get so lost in how good their music sound and how good they may look as an artist that they forget that at the end of the day, bro, nobody know who you are. Like, that is a fact. They'll spend $2,000 on a music video. Then they'll spend another couple grand on an Airbnb and a fancy car and a bunch of models. So you $4,000 in, now you have no money to market it, and it does like 30 views on YouTube. For what? For what? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's hustling backwards. Exactly. I don't want to look the part. I'm going to be the part. Absolutely. So, like, spending all that money on all that extra stuff, and not only that, I'm happy that that's not the brand that I want to have. I don't want to be like, hey guys, look at my mansion, look at my whip, and look at all these models. No. Because all that stuff is materialistic, and to be honest, I feel like the older we get, the less we care about that stuff. Like, what's important now at my big age is my health is good. Right. My family's good. My bills are getting paid. All the other stuff, I could care less about it.
And I feel like that alienates you from your audience.
It does.
Because when you're doing all that flashy stuff, and I've learned that your fans or your supporters, they want to feel a certain type of connection to you.
Yes, I agree.
If majority of your supporters are like middle class or lower class, and they never been inside of a Tesla or something like that before.
Yeah.
You're flaunting that. You're basically an alien to them, you know? They're going to be looking at you like, man, he's living a life I could never live.
No, facts. And not only that, too, not to say we can't have nice stuff, because we can, but let's be honest, it makes you a target, too.
I look at Kendrick Lamar and I be like, I personally feel like a lot of rappers should go his route.
Yeah.
He's like, him and J. Cole, like they not doing all that stuff. And at the same time, you don't feel too alienated away from them. There's still a good connection that you can have with Kendrick and J. Cole, because they're not doing all of that. Look at a billion diamond watches and a billion chains and all of that.
Yeah, because let's be honest, majority of us will never see that. It's just, would we like to? Yes, but it's not all about that. You know what I'm saying? Like the old saying, money don't buy happiness. And I feel like in a lot of situations, most of the time it don't, because a lot of these very, very wealthy people comes along with a lot of issues, and people want money from you all the time. And like you said, it becomes we can become a target. You know, it's just like, I feel like, not saying I want to just get by. I want to be very, very comfortable, but I don't need to be flashy either at the same time.
Right. I learned that, you know, what makes an artist huge and have an amazing career, like your Michael Jacksons, your Whitney Houstons, and your Prince, is love. Like that's what it is. Like spreading love, spreading positivity, stuff like that. That's the key to being the biggest and the longest lasting artist. Like Beyonce, that's why the Beehive ride for her so hard, because she makes them feel loved.
Yes.
And if all your fans see and hear from you is money, 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 it's just like, yeah, that's cool for right now until I get older. And it's like, bro, I don't want to listen to your music no more. I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about my family.
No, you are absolutely right. It comes with maturity and growth. And then, you know, fans start to feel like, dang, they only look at me as like a moneymaker for them. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I'm buying their music, I'm buying their merch or whatever it may be. For anybody who's listening in live right now, because I see we got people tuning in live, you know, that are here to support you, who do you want to give thanks to?
I want to give thanks to everybody that's listening.
You don't want to leave nobody out, right?
But I will like to give thanks to my choreographer, Toriel. She's really dope, like amazing. Bye. You know, if anybody that's listening right now, you know Sierra, hit Sierra up. She want to dance for Sierra, so send her information to Sierra. I also want to give a shout out to an amazing artist named Davion J. He is really dope. I call him the male Brandy. If you ever heard this dude's harmonies, it's amazing. Like, you'll be like, bro, is you Brandy? Like, that's how good he is.
That's hard.
You know, I like to give shout out to my mother and my Mima.
Aww.
I love them. And then who else? And then, you know, everybody else who inspired me. My goddad, Quan, my uncles, my dad, my friends, my friend Brian, my friend...
Shout out to Brian in the building!
And my friend Chris, CDP, Liam Skites, just all of them, yeah. Those are my people, so...
I love it. And shout out to you. Thank you for being here today. Thank you both for being here today.
No problem.
You started my day off really good. The energy is beautiful.
Thank you.
Of course, absolutely. Where can people follow you on your social platforms?
You can follow me on Instagram at official Q.Royal. That's my username on everything. Official Q.Royal. Got
you. And you said November 1st you have a show coming up that people can tap into.
Yes, it's the Loud Fest. November 1st in Houston, Texas. It's going to be amazing. You know, there's going to be some special guests there.
including yourself.
Right.
Pull up.
Beyonce dad might be there, so
Hey.
everybody pull up.
Skirt. Well, listen, we about to get into this record.
Yes, sir.
Introduce it for us.
So this is my new single titled "Where's the Love." Music video for it is out now. Tap in, enjoy it.
Y'all stay tuned for it. It's your girl TampaMystic, the Hype 87.3.